All right, so here we are once again, Mount Panorama, Bathurst, for probably what will be my final race of the week here. I set a 2:06.9, which was only good enough for 11th place, and when I looked at the strength of field is significantly high, up in the 1750, 1780 range. I am at 1639, 40, something somewhere around there starting this race. And so I'm feeling okay. There's a lot of pressure. I got to just keep with it and keep going. I'm back here in 11th place. Let's see how the start goes. But I get a decent start, and the first parts of the lap go fine. You know what? It was bound to happen eventually, especially as I was pushing pretty hard here, and I have. In retrospect, looking at what I did, I can see where I made some poor decisions from a racing standpoint where I should have backed out and did not. But I'm in 11th place. I'm holding my own against everybody here in the initial opening laps. Up the hill. Feeling pretty good about how things are going so far. Don't want this big pack to get away from me. But they're only half a second ahead of me, so I think I'm doing okay here. Getting the dong downhill. Something's happened in the back. Somebody's upset. So, okay. Accident here slows everybody down, allowing people behind to kind of catch up. Whole pack slows down. I get a good run out of here. I'm only 3/10 behind the one in front of me. Alexis is 1/10 behind me, as you can see. Down the first straight into a left turn. And this is where I make a mistake. So let's back this up a second, because I make a couple mistakes here and I gotta learn from this. So this is what I saw from my perspective. I thought I could slide in here to the left, but driver there cuts in front of me. And so really just a poor decision, I think, on my part to try to go for that. Let's take another look from the far chase view so you can see what I'm seeing, and we'll look at this in slow motion. So here's what's going through my head at this moment. I've got Alexis right behind me, a 10th behind me. These guys are braking earlier than I expected, so I'm going to slide to the inside here, thinking I'm going to follow the yellow car, but he does not swing wide. So I think this is honestly my fault as I look at this, and even if it's not my fault, I'm going to the left. Yeah, I go to the left and I see that Alexis is right behind me. Yeah, so I think that's my fault. I got to own that one. So a lot of cars come in. I'm going to let them pass me. I try to get back on the road here, but I screw up again. Spin the car. It's very difficult to get off the car. So I want to get out of the way of these two cars I see coming. So I'm going to ease slowly back onto the track. Let them go by. There's another car coming I'm going to let go by too as I ease onto the track, get out of the racing line. Okay. That puts me in almost last place. I'm in 20th place at the moment, and I'm thinking, all right, time for some damage control. I got to make back all this time. This driver here overcompensated around the corner, so I gained 1 point back. All right, and a driver goes into the pits. I don't know why. So 18th, now 17th place. So, okay, from 20th to 17th, let's catch up to these guys. I know I am faster than some of them in the back here. And so we're going to try to do our best to mitigate the damage. Right now I would lose 45 iRating points. I'm hoping to get up to maybe 13th or 12th place. But eventually I'm going to make another mistake. I'm going to show you that. And I'm going to have something that has never happened to me before in iRacing, which is pretty fascinating. So, all right. Up the hill again. Just trying to get my wits back around and catch up to this guy. I'm really not kind of thrown off my game. Like, I see Igor in front of me is at 2.2 seconds, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to be able to catch Igor. Alexandria behind me is 7.5 seconds behind me. Now, bear in mind, there are some drivers on here that are significantly faster than I am, and some that are not. And so I'm hoping I can just mitigate the damage. I've got a lot of laps to go. Driver had an accident right there. Let's back that up just so you can see. All right, so from my perspective, I get the yellow warning. I come around the corner, it says go right, so I take that position back. This driver here tries to get back going. I take that position back, so now I'm up into 15th place. From 20th to 15th, not too bad. Screw up because I'm just a little thrown off there, but okay. Unfortunately, this has allowed a couple people who were far back from me to get in a little bit closer, and so I'm a little bit concerned there. But again, Igor's only 2.7 seconds ahead of me. I was catching up to him earlier. I'm going to catch up to him again. Alexis in the pink car up there is the one that was involved in the accident that I caused. So, yeah. 2.7 seconds to Igor. I may try to squeeze one more race tomorrow in if I can get home from work in time. 2.2 seconds, or 2.4 to Igor. Igor has passed Eric, who is 2.2 seconds ahead of me. All right, so we are gaining 1.9. Closest behind me is Shane, who's 2.4 seconds. So, all right, let's just keep our heads down, see how much more we can recover here. I feel like I'm faster through these sections than they are. Another accident right there. I'm going to swing to the left. Eric falls behind. Now I'm right on Igor. 4/10 to Igor here. I'm in 14th position. I can see he's damaged. You see the scraping under him? So I'm going to go to the inside here. He's going to go off. I take 13th position. All right. Now if I end this race in this position, I am losing only 9 points. Since I've finally gotten above 1,600 points, I am very eager not to lose any points. And so I'm just going to keep pushing on. And I see that I'm catching up to Alexis here. He's still 4.2, 4.1 seconds ahead of me, but there he is. So, okay. Let's see if we can't catch him. Meanwhile, behind me, Shane, 4.4 seconds. Really getting that a lot better. I only make one mistake in that corner this time. Now I'm 3.7 seconds to Alexis. Should be more to the right when I take that turn. Good exit from there. 3.9 to Alexis. .3 to Alexis, 3.2. So I am definitely catching him, and I have more pace through parts of this track than he does. So I need to just keep the pressure up. I'm sure he's watching me close in on him. All right, I'm doing pretty good through here. So what we're going to do, though, is we're going to go back, and we're going to look at Rodolfo and Alexandra here. These are the two behind me, and they are about 4.5 seconds to me. And I want to see what happens here, because what I'm doing up front is boring for the moment, just keeping pace, making my marks, catching up slowly to Alexis. But Alexandra is quite quick. So this is how he's going to get by Rodolfo. Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting pass there. I should take note of that. Good pass by Alexandre, and he is quick. He is going to start closing the gap on me from almost 5 seconds back. All right. So here I am down the main straightaway. 3 seconds to Alexis. I have cut several seconds out of him. And I'm hoping to cut even more. I'm currently in 13th position, losing 9 points at the end of this race, if it ends like this. Still 3 seconds. Cut 0.3 out of him there, 2.7 seconds. Just focusing on my lines. 2.5. Now behind me, Alexandre has cut it down to 4.2. So he's cut probably 0.6 out of what he had. .5 behind me. So he is much faster, but I am 2.5 now behind Alexis. And so what's going on in my head is I see him catching up, and I'm thinking, can I catch Alexis before he catches me? And I don't think so. I think he is closing the gap to me faster than I am to Alexis. So I'm starting to mentally prepare myself for losing a position. But then thinking, that's fine, I'll lose a position to him, but I'm going to need to catch up to Alexis anyway. Maybe an accident happens or something up ahead. .5 to Alexis in front, 3.1 behind me. So yeah, he's definitely faster than I am, and definitely cutting time out of my lap. My fastest lap so far, a 2:06.56, and I've just set a 2:06.57. So I'm setting consistent laps. Here I go a little wide. I kind of oversped my entrance there. Screw that up. That lets Alexandra behind me catch up by 0.5 second, and I lose 0.5 second to Alexis in front of me. But he has an accident here, or a slowdown, and I caught up to him. So I'm 2 seconds behind him. But behind me, Alexandra is 2.2 seconds. So I'm definitely going to get caught before I do the catching. Not the smoothest through there I could have done. I'm faster through this section than Alexis is, but behind me, Alexandra is way fast as well. You can see the distance here is about equal at the moment. I think think I am faster through this section than Alexis is, but he has just opened up 2/10. I don't know what he did. Maybe he's got a fire under his ass. Lap 7 of 13. Alexandra definitely closing in on me. I have lost a couple tenths to Alexis in front of me, so I'm 1.9 to him, with Alexandra 1.6. Better exit this time. Definitely faster than Alexis through there. Cut it down to 1.3. Alexandra 1.6. Thinking just hit my marks. 1.1. Alexandra, a small tap of the wall there, but he is flying. He's at 0.6 behind me. He has caught up a ton right there, 0.5. I am 1.3 behind Alexis, 1.2. Accident in front of us. And somebody hit a wall. We get a warning real quick, but that person's still way out there. But I hit the brakes getting concerned with the yellow flag, which drops me into Alexandra's clutches here. He is 0.5 behind me. I am 1.1 to Alexis. 1 second to Alexis. Good exit there. Alexandra 3/10. Man, he was fast through there. 2/10 behind me coming into this final turn. Feints to the inside. I am 9/10 to Alexis. He's found his pace. Alexandra 3/10 behind me. I know I'm about to get passed. I'm not going to give it up, though. I don't want to lose out any more pace to Alexis. I want to stay as close to him as possible. You can pass me. That's fine. But I want to stay as close as possible to Alexis through this whole thing. Down the back straight. 2/10 behind me. I am 1 second behind Alexis. I'm in 11th place, as apparently there's been an accident. So I'm now gaining 9 points if the race ends like this. Back to where I started, actually, 11th place. And I'm thinking I can take Alexis here and get up to 10th. I'm 7/10 behind him with Alexandra, 5/10 behind me. Very close. Braking in the downhill. I need to keep a fast pace here, both to stay in front of Alexandra and try to catch up to Alexis here. 5/10 behind Alexis. Alexandra 1/10 behind me. Alexandra definitely going to pass me here. He's got a better run out of this, I thought. But he must have tapped the brakes. I'm 3/10 behind Alexis, thinking I can get a pass done. 2/10. I should have done the same thing that Alexandra did here. Go to the inside here. Next time I'm going to give that a try. I go a little wide there into the grass, which is going to slow me down and let Alexandra get in on me. 2/10 again. I'm 5/10 behind Alexis. There's no way I don't get past. I'm shocked I'm still not passed at this point. I've lost out in that section to Alexis. 9/10, 8/10 to him. With Alexandra 3/10 behind me going into this uphill climb. Lap 9 of 13. I've got to make something happen pretty soon here. Okay, so this driver going slow gets hit by Alexander as he goes through. I push through. I'm giving him room on the left. He collides into me. I'm still in 11th place, but now I'm back another driver, and I've got Alexander right on my tail. But I'm thinking maybe I can catch this driver. And this is just a fantastic pass. Fantastic pass by Alexander. So now I'm down in 12th place. Breaking kind of even here in the points. Going into lap 9 right now, but going into lap 10 with 3 laps, well, 10, 11, 12, 13. 4 laps to go once we start lap 10. Still confident I'm going to catch up. Not to Alexander here. I think he's going to start passing these guys. But I'm confident I can catch them, and maybe the battling with them is going to slow down or cause an accident. Lap 10. I come out of there a lot faster on Alexander than I expected. I'm 2/10 behind him. Faint to the inside, but then slide to the out. And we are right on this other group as well. I'm thinking ahead of me, come on, Alexander, pass this guy already. Little tap of the wall there, nothing big. All right, I see that driver slide off. I see the accident there. I'm thinking, oh, I thought he was going to lose it for sure there, but he does not. I come down this section, really close on them. We're going to go one more lap. And then disaster's going to strike on lap 11. I want to watch this pass again. He does that same pass again. That is really good to know. I wish I had seen that earlier. I wish I'd seen that earlier in the week. That's a very interesting pass. All right, so now I am right behind Lloyd in 10th position. I am back in 11th place because the driver's gone out. I am now collecting 9 points at the end of this race. Back where I started. So, you know, I should probably just be happy with this and not worry about gaining more points. But I'm feeling feisty, and I've had a good week, and you know, I have pace. I am 2/10 behind Lloyd at this moment. I'm even with him. I make a mistake trying to go to the outside here. I can't cut to the inside, so I swing wide. I'm now down to 3/4 behind Lloyd. Not going to get the pass done there. 4/10 behind Lloyd. 6/10. This is where the mistake is going to happen. And boom, Lloyd hits the wall hard again there. I'm 3/10 behind him now, 2/10 as we go down the pace here. And I should have been more patient. I absolutely should have been more patient right here. just allowed him to do this and stayed right on him. But in my excitement, I over-rotate. So let's back that up. I want to show it from my perspective. Here we are as we come down the hill. I just was trying to avoid hitting him from behind, and honestly, maybe I should have pushed him. So I back up, hit the wall, cause some damage, supposedly engine damage at that point. I'm trying to get out of the way because I know cars are coming. I see them coming down the hill, and I get moving. It says I have engine damage, so I may, have some loss of power. I hit the wall again there because I just not having good luck. So now I'm in 11th place, and I'm about to lose it. As here comes Rodolfo. Huge mistake on my part. Costs me everything. I have some wing damage as well. You can see the right part of my wing is bent up. So they're warning me I don't have much downforce. I'm thinking, okay, can we just salvage 11th place? Maybe 12th, but 11th would be good. I'm staying ahead of Rodolfo here. One second ahead of Rodolfo. A little concerned about my downforce, but I can't see how much damage I have to the wing, which is not a lot. I probably could have been fine. So I'm pushing on. 2 laps to go. All I have to do is hold on for lap 12 and 13. Can we make it happen? We're not going to make it happen. I'm going to tell you that right now, and I'll show you why. Something I've never seen happen to myself, or honestly, I've never witnessed in person in iRacing. Pushing on, climbing the hill. Rodolfo 8/10 behind me. But I'm starting to feel, okay, the car's got grip. I'm good. I've got good pace. Rodolfo 7/10, but I don't have as much power. And boom, the engine goes. the engine goes out. I've never had this happen before. And I guess the damage I took was more severe than I realized. This is what it looks like from my perspective. Coming up the hill. And boom, immediately, just engine light on. We know that's not good. Warning light. I just pull over and get towed. And I sit there and watch as I drop down to 13th place, losing 9 points. And this is where the race is going to end. Boom. I end in 13th position. Let's see what that does to my overall score. I learned a couple lessons. This is important. When to pass, when not to pass for sure. And, what I saw some good areas for passing, and just to be patient sometimes. It's hard when you're driving to figure that out. I lose 8.08 safety rating, not too bad, quite frankly. I lose 9 points. I'm still in the 1600s, 1628. I still consider this a very successful week. And even this race, I consider a great race in terms of things I learned. One, I had great pace. I really did. I could have probably, had I been a little more patient, eked out a 10th or 9th position. I was doing really well. The strength of field here was 1739 to my is 100 points stronger than me. So the top drivers were racing really fast. I think we have some 1700 point, 1729, 2000 iRating drivers in here, and so I'm only in the second split. There's not a lot of drivers on, but it was a good learning experience. Just be a little patient. You don't need to be right there ready to pass in the most dangerous part of the course. So lesson learned. Started 11th place, ended 13th place, because so many people had wiped out, disconnected. You can see all these people down here that have disconnected because they destroyed themselves. These guys were running, but they were down so many laps that it allowed me to only be down a single lap. So 13th place, yeah. Overall, great week so far. Not the best end I wanted to my 5th race, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta take a hard loss to learn some things, and that's what we did here.